Okay, so first thing you're going to need to make your DIY snail habitat is a container. This one's kind of small. It's just for demonstration purposes. But you're just going to want, if you're going to do it as its house for all the time, this would only be suitable for a teeny tiny little snail or for traveling cases. So I don't recommend for a typical garden snail this big because they deserve much, much more. So you're going to need to start poking holes in it. You're just going to poke a bunch of holes. As you can see, I've already started. So I'll get back to you when I'm done with that. And for my holes, I'm just using a tack to poke holes. Okay, so now that I've poked a bunch of holes, as you can see, I'm going to go grab a damp cloth and just wipe this out. You'll want to do that too. You can use damp paper towel, damp washcloth, and just wipe it out really good. Okay, so now that I'm done with that, you're going to want to use a snail-safe substrate such as potting soil with no pesticides or chemicals or anything, or safe dirt from your garden, which you're going to want to bake in the oven. I'm not sure how long, you'll have to look that up. Or the best option would be coconut fiber, which this is the loose kind. You can buy bricks that soak in water, which those are fine too. So this is just the loose fiber substrate. You're going to want at least pretty good amount. Some people say 1 inch, some people say 2. I'll show you about how much I'm going to do. So yeah. Okay, so this is how much I'm putting in. This is compared to my finger. It's not that much, not even an inch I don't think, but in my case I'm just using this as a travel carrier and put my snail Rose in while I'm cleaning her cage. So if this is going to be a temporary home, make sure it's only for small enough snails and put like 1 to 2 inches of coconut fiber in there. So after you're done with that, you're going to want to go outside and pick up some little twigs and pieces of bark, and just stuff you can use to decorate. I wouldn't go for any leaves because some are poisonous and they might try to eat them. So yeah. Also, rocks aren't the safest option because they can fall off the side of their terrarium and hit their shell on it, and it can break their shell and they can pass away from that. So I would stay away from rocks in your terrarium. Okay, so now that mine's decorated, I know it looks pretty plain and boring, but this is all I got for now. Since she's not really going to be in here, it doesn't really matter. I just pretty much did it for fun. But next thing you're going to want to do is just put some fresh food in there. I'm just going to set mine right here in this corner. You would normally put a calcium source in here, but such as Cuttlebone, or I've heard broccoli has a lot of calcium, but I think I wouldn't use broccoli as an all the time calcium source. But I actually, since I got her such short notice, I don't have one right now, but I'm getting some Cuttlebone tomorrow. So yeah. So we're almost done, but you're going to want to dampen it really good, dampen the dirt, and don't forget to spray the sides of your terrarium because they do drink the water mostly off the sides. Well, I've noticed with my snail Rose does, and you've probably heard me calling my snail Rose a she a lot, but land snails, also known as like garden snails and stuff, are actually have both male and female organs, so they you basically can choose if you want to call it a girl or a boy, and I just chose to call her a girl. So yeah. And last step, just add your snail. So this is my garden snail. Her name is Rose, and I know she does have some white paint on her shell. I'll explain that later, but I did not do that. I actually rescued her from a carpenter's job site and she got sprayed with paint. So yeah, that wasn't me. I would never do that to a snail. But yeah, obviously this is not a suitable home for her. It's very small and cramped. So yes. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Bye! Also, don't ever pick your snail up by their shell. Their organs are in their shell, so you may harm them. Also, when dampening their cage or terrarium, never use water with chlorine in it as it's very harmful to them. Use spring water instead.